Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a cloudy Monday, the 31st of August. It's a whole whopping 55 degrees out here this morning. There was like a 40 or 50% chance of rain overnight. One, it doesn't look like it dripped a drop. Looks like the fog got heavy enough that it dampened some things, but that's about it. Look how what a slow, sombering. What is it with you, Sparky, huh? Why you act so bashful? And then you sound like you're gonna eat somebody when somebody goes too slow past on the dirt road. You all hear the bark out of him. It's crazy. You think there was 5 Rottweilers out here. That is such a big bark. Come out, little tiny dog. Your paws are all wet. I don't want you to get me muddy, Sparky. All right, back to the grind. Why, Danny? You look like you've already been roaming around the dirt. Don't jump on me. All right, off we go. All right there, little woman. Here we are.
We are back.
Monday, we're back. Check it out. We got a brand new flag.
Purdy.
That's really cool. All right. Have a wonderful first day back after vacation.
You too, sweetheart.
All righty.
All right.
Love you. See you. Bye. Bye-bye now. So I apologize for not mentioning that I put the stock handlebars on in the daily vlog. I actually did a motovlog side thing, swapping those things out Thursday or Friday, whatever day it was last week. I did that. Yesterday's the first time I took it for a ride. But on the, I looked at that footage. I didn't like it. I took too long. I'm just not going to use it. It's just swapping bars. But anyway, the on that beach run, about halfway, 3/4 through, I started getting some serious back fatigue. And I think it's the combination of the reach of the seat being back, 1 3/4, and the bars being forward. Yesterday's ride, I was perfectly comfortable, so it may very well be the bars. I need to decide. I think the bars will have to go because I really love that seat. But that's kind of unfortunate because I really do love those bars, especially without the windshield on it. Oh, it's just so perfect because that just lays me out in a position I really like. But with the windshield on, you get that negative pressure behind the shield. And I don't know, man, my neck was killing me by the end of that ride. You'll notice that, after we left Astoria, the vlog went really quiet. My neck was hurting me. But anyway. It's like a daggum BMW parking garage in here. Ooh, he's got the beads on the seat. Man, them things are slippery. Ooh, he's got her set tall, too. Holy moly. Got his bars way up and forward as well, and they hit the windscreen in full lock turns. Dude, he's got to have the seat in the high position, or this has got Rallye suspension. I can't tell. It's tall, though. I mean, freakishly tall. Maybe did some suspension mods. Anyway, this is a long-time customer, and I guess about 1,000 miles or so ago, we did a service on it. It wasn't me, and it was a valve inspection, and as usual, stock air filter, BMW oil, they're perfect. So he's thinking he's got some valve train noise going on. So I was asked by James, one of our service writers. He goes, "Look, you just rode it in. It's still at full temp. Would you mind taking it for a ride and see if you hear anything unusual?" Even the 1250s, which are noticeably quieter, when they get hot, especially when you're going slow, goofing around, you get the fan cycling, and that's when they're their highest temp. Once the fans kick on, Man, talking about wedging your house next to your neighbor. And these things are horrendously expensive. And they literally line up to buy them. Even though it's really expensive, there is land available somewhat nearby. Would be that long of a ride to work if you were to move out there. But spendy, really spendy. You go up 4th Plain, which the store is located at, and just keep heading out, keep heading east, and all of a sudden it necks down, it keeps necking down, and then you take a turn, next thing you know, you're riding out in the country. There's farms and cows and goats and whatever out there. You're like, wait a minute, I was just in the city. In fact, part of the, you guys remember I took you on the Ryker, that weird two front-wheeled Yamaha? We went out that way. It's cool. I didn't even know it was there. Somebody said, just keep going, you'll go out in the country. It was several years ago. More than 10. I was riding a GSXR 600 or 1000 that was making some noise or something. Anyway, it wasn't one I was working on. It's just one of those wanted me to ride. And they go, just keep going out there. There's country roads out there. Whoa. They were right. But man, land out there and the surrounding rural areas around here, top dollar. Plus, you're still right next to the city. I like being just out there in the middle of nowhere. You're just around a bunch of good old boys, and something goes wrong around you or your area, it's going down. And you're gonna have a bunch of these people that are gonna peek out their window and watch it happen. No, they're gonna be out there. Who are you and why are you here? Are we about to have a throwdown? But you know, these rural areas, they're like farmers. It's like ex-Marine type people and stuff. The big leatherneck son of a gun. I said, dude, I'm glad you're the next neighbor down. Because if I ever need to sick a bulldog on something, you're it, dude. Get him. Sick him. Get him. You know that Sasha and Annie play, and Sasha will run in and run beside me, and she's waiting for Annie to come chasing her, you know. Well, I've said, get her. I said, go get that Annie, go get her. I've done it enough. It wasn't something I was trying to train her. Well, she knows what that means now. Never in any aggressive way. That just means, you know, go attack and play. She's so funny. She's still my little gal. She's such a chicken about things. Oh man, she's got to run up and leap in my lap. Protect me, Daddy. Kelly's constantly just shaking her head. She goes, you and that dog. She says I've spoiled her, and I'm sure I have. But Kelly loves her too. Every morning Kelly sits down, does all her... She sits in a little table there that's in the kitchen. It's basically a desk that's kind of built in. And that's where she sits and does her Facebook in the morning. And then the rest of the day she sits in her big old comfy chair out in the living room with an iPad mini. I go, why don't you just grab your iPad? She goes, the mornings is my phone time. The rest of the day is iPad time. I go, woman, you are a knucklehead. But at any rate, Sasha sits at her feet every morning, all morning long. Everybody's got their rituals that they do, you know. So far, all I hear is a R1200 K5X water boxer sound. I'm just trying to pick up something unusual. But it's really, really common after you do a valve inspection, and that was key. It was an inspection. There was no adjustment made. And as usual, even like they say at BMW, you use BMW's oil and keep the stock air filter that breathes more than it's ever going to need to breathe. You probably won't touch a valve for 100,000 miles on these things. And the worst ones are when you go through and you find one that's loose. Like BMW tells us, if it's loose and you don't see cam damage or anything weird like that going on, and you find a loose valve, you need to run that injector cleaner / carbon remover thing like I did on that S1000. Because if you have a loose valve spec, it's carbon buildup. Because you can verify it by popping the throttle body off if the customer, you know, wants to pay for it. But be very, very, very leery of adjusting the shim on a valve that's loose on a boxer, a water boxer, because they don't wear loose, they wear tight. Because the valve train is made of such a high-end material that the reason they go tight is just normal use of the valve seat beating itself into the head. Let Ryan listen to this thing for a second. Where is my boy? Where the heck is he? Oh. You know how these 1200s are clickety-clackety? What? Anyway, I just wanted you to... I don't know what he's got set here, but look at this thing, man. I'm just tippy-toeing.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I leave mine maxed out. He must have the seat, but it doesn't feel like it's up. Yeah, just... yeah. Man, it just absolutely sounds like a 1200. I don't know. Well, I was just supposed to ride it. Adam's the one that's going to look at it tomorrow. He's the one that worked on it last. Well, I know what he's going to do. He's going to come down and ask me. Breaks my heart to have to ride a GSA during the work day. I don't get paid for it, but I enjoy the ride nonetheless. I'm gonna let her just sit here and idle for just a little bit. See if it starts to develop a louder noise of some sort. It's already hot enough that the fans are starting to cycle, so that's good. It does have the seat up. And the beads on there, I forgot about that. Alright. But you guys really hear it with this camera. The camera picks up mechanical sounds. You ever wonder what a water boxer sounds like when it's running? That's what it sounds like. Alright. Little woman?
That's a little man.
We survived today.
We did.
You know, it's sad. It's 5:24.
It's sunny.
Look where that sun's at already.
I know.
Usually the sun's beaming straight down in the window there.
Well, at least the sun is out instead of being all cloudy and yucky.
Yeah, it was cloudy most of the day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, let's
Let's
go.
head home. Well, hello there, YouTube. So come home, I was thinking yesterday on that ride, I don't know what is that Road King and attracting chip seal, tarred and feathered roads. I was joking because they tarred and feathered fourth plane out in front of the store. I said, I rode the Road King today. It have felt right at home, flipping tarred up rocks everywhere. So I ran over something and it made a pop sound. And I don't know what made me think about it today at work. I'm going, geez, you know, that's the kind of sound a rock makes when it goes through the belt. When it breaks through that Kevlar, it makes a loud pop. And I thought, man, I go on about how Harleys, their guard works so well on those things. You never know. So I got it on the stand and rolled around. There's nothing in the belt, literally nothing. And anyway, the floorboards were a little high for her. So while I was down on the ground on that side, on the belt side, I knocked it down a notch and had her sit on it with the left one notch down the right where it was, which is the highest spot. So she likes it in the middle. So one notch down from stock. Make sure you look at those holes too, because the bolt holes, the 3 adjustment holes, it's in the top one when you buy them new. If you get something with floorboards like a Road King or one of the Ultras, whatever, take that bolt out, let that thing slide down. You only have to take the top one out. It slides on the bottom. And pay attention to them holes. There's rust in there. If you just put something in there to keep the rust away. I think they put something in there when they powder coated the frame so that you get the bolt in and out. Well, they didn't coat it with anything. The top one's great because it's coated. The thread locker works as a good sealer. So anyway.
All right.
Great day at work, oddly enough, for the first day back. It was not bad at all. The little woman had well, it was like a Freaky Friday customer.
Yeah, it's a full moon Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
What on earth?
I heard that and I'm like, what was that all about? So she told me. I don't want to discuss it here, but yeah.
It's colorful.
Yeah, it can be. You gotta be careful. Some people just
aren't all together.
Yeah, sadly, yeah. Anyway, we'll roll.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up, and you guys have an awesome Tuesday or Wednesday.
Heck yeah. All right, let me go adjust another floorboard and put her away and lock everything down. I'll start building this thing.
There we go.
All right.
And we'll see you in the morning.
See you then. Thanks now. Bye-bye.